The restaurant was packed that evening. Business meetings, fancy dinners, the clinking of glasses, everything screamed luxury. At the center table sat Mr. Daniel White, a well-known billionaire CEO, confident, composed and always commanding respect. Beside him sat his elderly mother, Mrs. Eleanor White, a kind woman with gentle eyes, but she was deaf. As they waited for their order, a young black waitress named Maya walked up with a warm smile. "Good evening, sir. May I take your order?" she asked softly. Daniel nodded politely, but his mother looked confused. She couldn't hear her. Before Daniel could speak, Maya gently turned toward his mother and began speaking in perfect sign language. Mrs. White's face instantly lit up. She responded excitedly, her hands moving quickly. Her eyes filled with surprise and joy, but Daniel froze. His smile faded. He leaned back, raising an eyebrow, shocked that a waitress knew sign language. Daniel forced a smile. "You know sign language?" he asked, his tone more curious than kind. Maya nodded. "Yes, sir. My younger brother is deaf. I learned to communicate with him when we were kids." Mrs. White signed something to her son, smiling brightly. Maya laughed and signed back. Daniel glanced around. People were watching, impressed. But something in him felt uncomfortable. He whispered, "You don't have to go overboard. Just take the order." The warmth in Maya's eyes dimmed slightly, but she nodded respectfully and wrote down their order. As the evening went on, Mrs. White kept signing to Maya whenever she passed by. They shared short, cheerful exchanges, laughter, gestures, small smiles. Daniel, however, kept his focus on his business talk with a potential investor sitting nearby. When Maya returned with their meal, Daniel frowned. "Please be careful," he said. "These plates are expensive." It wasn't rude, but his tone carried something sharper, a sense of superiority. Maya simply nodded again. "Of course, sir," but his mother looked at him disapprovingly. She signed something fast, her face serious. Daniel sighed. "Mom, not now." A few minutes later, Daniel got up to take a phone call outside. When he returned, something unexpected stopped him cold. His mother and Maya were sitting together at the table, hands moving in deep conversation. The older woman's face was glowing. She was laughing, even wiping tears from her eyes. Daniel walked over quietly and caught a few signs. "You're like the daughter I never had." He stood still, watching the bond between them. Two people from different worlds, connecting without a single spoken word. When Maya noticed him, she immediately stood up. "Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. She just wanted to talk." Daniel looked at his mother. "You're enjoying yourself, huh?" Mrs. White smiled and signed something. Maya translated softly. "She says it's been years since someone talked to her in her own language. Even her caregivers don't know how." That hit Daniel hard. He looked down, realizing how disconnected he'd been from his own mother, from her world. After dinner, when it was time to pay, Daniel handed Maya a generous tip. She smiled politely. "Thank you, sir." But then, his mother took Maya's hand and signed slowly. "Thank you for speaking to me." "Not at me." Maya's eyes welled with tears. "It was an honor," she whispered. Then something happened that no one expected. Daniel stood up, faced his mother, and signed, awkwardly but sincerely, "I love you." His mother gasped, tears streaming down her face. Maya smiled. "That's beautiful," she said softly. Daniel turned to her, humbled. "I didn't even know how to say that before tonight." "You reminded me what really matters," Maya nodded. "Sometimes connection doesn't need words, sir. Just understanding." As they left the restaurant, Daniel stopped by the counter where Maya was standing. "Miss," he said quietly, "our company sponsors language education programs. I'd like to start one for sign language. In your name." Maya's eyes widened. "In my name," he smiled. "Yes, because tonight, you reminded me of something money can't buy, respect." When they walked out, Mrs. White turned one last time and waved goodbye in sign. Maya waved back with a glowing smile. In a world where many speak, but few truly communicate, one act of kindness can bridge the loudest silence. Respect goes beyond color, class, or wealth. It's about seeing the humanity in each other. Moral: we are all equal as human beings. Hate divides, but kindness heals.